Ribbit. What am I, a frog now? Do I even dare question these generated texts anymore? Oh, good lord. It is I, Menace Snowdecker. Welcome back to another YouTube video of Beyblade Land. And before we get started with anything else in here, I have a few people I need to thank here for selling and or donating Beyblade-related items to me that I did not have, that I can utilize to build in this world later. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this last name correctly, but Richard Shaver. First of all, thank you. Secondly here, Krista Jones. Thank you. And I have one more person to thank here. I do not know if this is actually the person's first name, but it's what they wrote down here. TJ Denson. And thank you too. Thank you to each and every one of these people who has been donating and or selling Beyblade related items to me. It's going to help me further down the line building in this world, because there are so many different Beyblade related items that I want to build, and all these different Beyblade related items are each different and unique in their own ways and aspects, and I really, really want to do them justice when I build them in here. The only one I'm not satisfied with right now is the Bay Logger, and it's just because of that one little piece there in the middle. But I can live with that. That one's fine. The rest of these, I feel like I've actually done a good job so far. Okay, well, except for the face bolt on Tyranno Beat, and also the frame piece inside of Swordran. But I can always come back and work on those again someday. I want to get as much done as quickly as possible and just start to get things going. And speaking of which, I have something I want to show you all. I gave this a revamp because I realized there were a few flaws with it. For starters, when I went up, that part worked fine, but when I went down, I couldn't always see where I was landing. So if I was in survival, I would have actually started taking a whole lot of damage from the magma cube. Or magma block. Sorry, wrong terminology. Overall, it's been working like a dream here. Although I did give this a slight tweak in the update of design work here. So, if we go to this floor, this takes us here. And I decided I didn't want to go all the way back down and all the way back up again. So I decided I was going to punch another hole right here. So now I can go from the second floor to the third floor using this one. Makes it more convenient for travel purposes. And I worked a little bit on this behind the scenes. Inside, it's not where I'm gonna keep it yet. This is mostly the outer shell. It looks better on the outside, I promise. Look at my little guardians. Look at them. Oh, wait a minute, hang on. Oh, I skipped a row. Whoops. I'm so glad I did that, because I would have completely missed that. You need an awning. There you go. That's better. I thought I got all those the first time around. Silly me. This is looking more and more like an actual ripoff of the End City. Just more intricate, larger in scale, and far more detail. I also started working on my outward design a little bit. I'm not doing too much currently because I still got to punch out all these extra windows now to add in some lighting, make it brighter inside there. But this is what I came up with for the corner. Nothing too flashy, nothing too fancy. I might put a small roof on there eventually, just angled outward. I don't know. I also might decide to put some lighting in here somewhere. Or I might just keep it the way it is and put a whole bunch of plants in here. I don't know. There's so many different routes I could take here designing this. I went for a basic pillar design. After rethinking about all of this, I decided, you know what? I've already got gigantic, intricate windows. I got gigantic covers. Very intricate room designing. I don't need everything to be overly advanced and super complex, so I just went with a more basic design. I was going to have a lot more twists and turns and bends, and I was even going to try to make this outer edge here match the actual shape of the window. But the more I thought about it, I'm just like, you know what? I don't care. I don't want to spend here endlessly building up super hyper-realistic and fancy design work that everybody's going to stare at for like 5 seconds and walk inside. I'll be like, hey, that's some lovely wall decor. Want to see the inside? Sure, let's go. That would have been sad. Imagine being a creator. You build this massive infrastructure, and everybody just stares at it for like 5 to 10 seconds. And then they're just like, okay, I'm done. That was nice. I don't know if I'd be happy they even looked at all, or just downright offended they didn't look long enough. I'm still trying to decide what I want to do for the floor here. Do I want to do an elevator? Do I want to do parkour? Do I want to do a spiraling staircase? I could put rooms in here. There's so many different routes I could take here. But I'm just trying to come up with ideas as of right now. This part I might change up later, because I'm actually considering adding a secondary layer inside to hide this. Or I could just not do that at all, and I could just build it around as is and do the stuff I was already mentioning. Stairs, elevators, spiral staircase, the works. I'm just saying, there's so many different ways I can go about this. In the meantime, I'm going to create this area for the time being. I decided I didn't just want to make it like the End Cities towers, because they were just kind of boring. I mean, you do parkour, you get to the top, and then a shulker attacks you. Okay. That it? I never should have come upstairs then. So I thought I'd put in something nice. I put in an open space here, so that you could see any of the nearby Beyblade builds if you increase your render distance, and even see all the way around you. And this could actually work out, because you can already see the frame pieces for the Metal Fusion stuff all the way down there that I was making to actually make the Bey, Evil Bayfall. You can see it all the way down there. Also see at the beginning of the second one. You can't see all of it, but if I increase the render distance just a hair, you would be able to. I'm just not doing that right now, because I got to get my PC looked at here in a little while. There's something most likely wrong with the GPU. I think it's coated in something, or there's some dust, or I don't know. It could be one of two things, and I don't know which one it is currently, but somebody is going to be coming by to help take a look at it, because I'm not a computer expert. I just play with the stuff. I don't memorize how they work. I know some of the parts and what they do, but I don't know everything. I'm not an expert. In the meantime, let's go ahead and let's get cracking on this build here. I'll need this. I'll need you. I'm going to put that in my inventory for later, because I will need that at some point. This I'll need. Probably gonna need windows later as well. Yeah, that's right. Let's get the blue one, and... You know what? I'm gonna use the lighter blue for the next part that I'm actually thinking about making here. But before I do anything, I need to do this. I'm making one of these in each direction, so anybody here can actually stop and look around. It'll be like a small little tourist spot. I thought that'd be a nice touch. I'm really trying to add in as much intricate detail work and as many features as I possibly can. But to do all that, it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of work. And I mean a lot of work. That sounded so weird. Oh, that sounds so strange and unusual. Oh boy. Did I match that? Okay, I did. I was confused for a moment. I thought it was 4. 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. Oh, it was only okay because of the frame. Okay, that's why. I was double checking to make sure I matched it with the actual layout of the giant tower itself. I was about to call it a pillar there for a moment. I mean, it kind of does look like a pillar. Kind of. A really odd-shaped pillar. But I gotta do this for all these spots here. You know, it kind of sucks because I want to do nothing else but play Monster Hunter World right now with my friend Phoenix. And I can't, because my PC can't handle it. Unfortunately, at this current moment in time. And to make matters worse, his stuff can't handle Minecraft for some odd reason. Because of the stuff he uses to stream. So we're both stuck in opposite games at the moment. I'm building here in my world, and I don't get me wrong, I love it in here. But I want to visit my buddy, I want to visit my friend. And now he's playing another form of Monster Hunter Wilds. And I can't even do anything to help him or join him whatsoever. It has done nothing but irritate me these last few days, because I want to go there, I don't want to be here. But I'm forced to be here, and even though I love it here, it's not what I currently want to do. This is why it's important for us to keep our stuff up to date. You know, I'm just going to delete these 4 for right now, because I'm not so certain about that section as of yet. I liked how it looked, but because that's exactly where the tower lines up, I'm not sure if that's exactly how I want to keep it just yet. This is literally what I've been doing. I know, fun, right? So much fun. You can tell that there is major sarcasm inside my voice. No, really? I never would have guessed. No. Really? Wow. That's crazy. You know, that's crazy you'd actually say that. Okay, now we can build these out. How far did I build that again? Why am I counting the floor when I can just count the fence posts? What is wrong with me? So 5, 1, 1, 1, 5. It looks like 6, but it's not. There's a different block here I actually used. Okay, so we build this up. And I use blue glass for these parts because I still wanted them to be able to see around the corners. What I did here was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I did this for both sections. Hang on, I'm gonna get up real quick. I want to get some water. Okay, I'm back. Very important to stay hydrated. Now then, where were we? Right, I was adding in the fence. And altering the floor. I'm trying not to go too far ahead because I still want to record a lot of the process that I'm actually using and doing to make all this. I don't want to build one wall and then I go back to another video and everybody sees I built a whole massive tower bigger than probably the Sears Tower, and then they just look at this and they're like, did I miss part of this procedure here? Did I miss something? I don't know what all he did here. Yeah, that'd be very confusing. That'd be very confusing if I actually did that. Honestly, I love building in Minecraft. Endless possibilities, endless resources. There's no politics, there's no wars except for the stuff you start. Well, unless we count, you know, illagers, but that's a different topic. There's no taxes, there's no loan sharks, there's no banks. There's no greedy industries. Just you and endless possibilities at your fingertips. I honestly find building in here one of the most peaceful things I can ever do. Even when a build frustrates me, I find it honestly very peaceful here. I can make anything I want, I can do almost anything. Minecraft really is a very unique place. Alright, so I got that step done. I don't know how I'm going to take that for going forward. So for the time being, I'm going to leave the floor the way it is, even though it's a major eyesore. I do not like how that currently is at all. But instead, we are going to now start on finishing this roof up. Because I don't know about you, but if this was turned into a realistic form of Minecraft, then that would mean that, unfortunately, if it rained in here, there'd be some massive flooding. And eventually the water would just build up because it wouldn't have anywhere to go. The wool would start to rot and decay from water damage. And then eventually the whole structure would become too heavy, and then the water would just break through and crash everything below, drowning me in the process. I mean, technically it would actually crash right now because I don't have any support beams in here holding up the second and third floors. So I guess I should be thankful it's not falling apart right now. But you get what I'm saying. Water damage is a major problem when it rains. It's one of your biggest concerns. Alright. So I built it up, looks like 2 more times here. I'm just going to do that, save myself a few seconds. Let's see here. Right. Yeah, this is unnecessarily complex for me. I wasn't sure what type of roof I wanted to make. I didn't know if I wanted it to be more rounded or more like an actual cone or tower. I really could not make up my mind. Even now, I'm still trying to decide as I'm going forward. I have an idea for what I want to do for the next part, but I gotta finish this part before I get there. And honestly, this might take up the rest of my time for this video. But if I can just get this layer done, then I might be able to build a section of it. If only more people would actually try to show how long the process would really take while you're building in Minecraft. I mean, I get it, sometimes they'll speed things up for the convenience of the sake of making a video, but I'm not that type of person. Yeah, sure, let me just go ahead and speed up this process that I spent like 2 months building, bro. Yeah, we're starting this whole world in easy mode. Oh, that giant mansion behind me? Oh, don't mind that. We're gonna get to that, like, 100 days later. I swear, I promise. Uh-huh, yeah, sure. It's hardcore, isn't it? What? No, whatever gave you that idea, man? Come on, don't you know me? I do know you. You're a scoundrel. You constantly put me in areas that puts my life in jeopardy. I can't trust you. Now tell me, is this hardcore or not? No, bro, no, I swear, man, we're doing this totally legit and by the book. Why's that guy got diamonds behind you? We've only been here for 5 minutes. What, you don't got diamonds? I guess he does. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, man, I lied to you. Yeah, you lied to me. Is that not how it goes in Minecraft half the time? You're literally there for like 5 days and somebody already has diamonds. Oh. Good times, huh? Yeah, good times. Actually, no, I'll just leave that one as is for the moment. Why am I even deleting this? I know I'm going to have to put stuff there eventually anyways. Yeah, I should be able to get the majority of this done. Not all of it, but definitely the majority. My plan here is that I'm going to coat the rest of these bricks in actual stairs here. And then if there's spacing where I can't fit a stair at either angle, I'm just going to put a nether brick slab. Oh, I'm sorry, red nether brick slab. And then eventually, if I have to, I'll build it down maybe one block lower, try to overlap it, create that nice roofing look that a lot of people do like. But first things first, there's something I want to add here. My plan here is actually something kind of silly. It's a little bit ridiculous when I thought about it. But the more I thought about it, the more I actually wanted to do it. I'm going to create a floor on top of a floor. That's kind of a mixture between a tower and an observatory. No, it's not going to have a giant spyglass, unfortunately, although I would love to add one of those, have them look at every single Beyblade around the world. They could just zoom in on anyone they want to and focus it further. That'd be cool. But sadly, I can't do that. So instead, I'm going to create an open window space. Alright, let's take a look here. I'm thinking another way around. And then I can start angling it upward. No. Alright, let's take a look. Yeah, I can work with that. Okay, this is going to be a little bit trickier than I thought because I was doing this around. Because I need adequate spacing in here to do this, and then round it out as I go. I'm going to build a wall here and just have it freestand. This is one of my more stupid ideas, but it's better than trying to build it at these weird angles where I have to constantly redo all my work. Okay. Yeah, this'll work for my purposes. I can make multiple floors here. That works. Sadly, I'm not going to be able to see anything from that kind of angle, so I need to raise it up higher. That means I need another floor. Okay, I need a different color. This is becoming infuriating. I might have to put 3 floors here. This is not what I had in mind. Well, that's the thing about our build. Sometimes our plans change. Unfortunately. You know what? No. I'm just going to build this up from here. Alright, I don't know what type of block I'm going to use in place of this cobblestone, but for the time being, I need to build this up so that I actually know type of shape I'm going for. And if I keep angling this further, it's going to get very small and very cramped. I'm not going to have any space to actually do anything. I think 5 should do it. Yes, 5 will definitely do it. This is only temporary. It's not actually going to stay permanently. The red brick is staying, but this is not. I'm trying to get a basic shape down. So, just for your imaginational purposes, picture this type of design here. And just picture it going all the way around. Alright, so just imagine that. And then picture bricks going down along here. I went too far. Alright, so just picture that. All nice, neat, clean, etc. Okay, so just imagine that. I might just take these reds out in here and put something else in its place. Just so it doesn't get too confusing. But just go ahead and imagine this whole design. Actually, yeah. Delete that. Yeah, so kind of like that. And picture that whole thing just coating the whole area. So all of this will be coated like that. And now for this, I want a floor. That'll take way too long. I'm not even sure the effort for that's going to be worth it. What have we got brick-wise? I'm not sure I like any of these for what I want to do here. Yeah, sure, let me just go ahead and put a warden summoning device. That's smart. Yeah, that's real smart. Real smart way to get myself killed. tempting, but no. You know what, I'm just going to use some Prismarine. In the end, it doesn't really matter what type of block I pick here. Hang on. On second thought, I take that back. I want to use that for the wall. There's so many different combinations of blocks in here. There's so many things I could actually pick. It's difficult for me to make up my mind in this current instance. Maybe I should just do something wood-related? Like a birch floor or something? I don't know. Yeah, I could see that working with the blue. I could see that. Yeah, so that and light blue window. And you're all just not seeing it because all this gray's in the way here. Yeah, I could see this working. Not everything needs to be stoned. I'll just put in some type of spiral staircase. I can't even talk now. Staircase! At this point, I'm gonna need a spare storage vault just for my thoughts and memories. I can't think straight. Didn't you hear? He's an English person. Yeah, he no talk good. Okay. So center would be about there. Take away the surrounding area. That will make room for the spiral and the actual staircase. That we can work with. I'm gonna make this 3 blocks high. Alright, there we go. And then we'll add in a roof on top of that. Not everything needs to be overly fancy. Wait. Why do... Oh. Whoops. My bad. I didn't even notice that till now. That was my fault. I'll finish the rest of this area down here in my spare time, but I want to at least get the shaping done for this one. So for this one in particular, I actually like to take this a little bit further in terms of design work. Come on. Bend for me. There you go. I'm going to slowly curve this upward and try to make a cone shape. Which means... two. Let's just do this all the way around here. Ah! I fell. I haven't made one of these in ages. It's been a long time. When was the last time I actually made a full-out cone shape? What's it been, like 3, 4 years? 5 years? Something like that? It's been a while. It has been a long while. If I can do it for half, then I can finish the other half later. I don't have time to do it all. I just want a general shape design so you all can see what it is I'm trying to do here. Let's see, because I have all these here, I have to delete this section and I have to adjust this and make it taller. Because I want it to maintain that shape going up and forward here. And then for the corners here, I can just put down a slab. That'll work for all intents and purposes, what I'm trying to achieve here. Then we build it up again. Like so. On second thought, maybe I should build up the rest of it. I'm having a little bit of trouble lining all this up here. I am out of practice, so this will be good practice for me. Refresh my memory. It has been far too long. Okay, so I did have all that right. Good. Okay, that shaping looks horrible. I'm sorry, but it does. It needs to be more rounded. I'm building a cone after all. I'm not building a lance tip. Yeah, it needs more angle. Much more angle. You see, this is why it's good to practice. This is exactly why. Okay, that does look a little bit better. Yeah, just delete that one so it actually goes downward. That's not perfect, but that is better. I'll just leave that part the way it is for right now. Okay, build this up again. This is why I like the building forums, because they actually do have stuff on there that teaches you things like this. No, I'm serious. There actually are building forums that you can find, like actual slide slots that... I'm not doing a good job describing this. It's like a picture, but there's a whole bunch of slide images on it that show you how to build, the process, everything. And it's just like a forum. It's really good for learning. Especially when it comes to how to build. And a lot of it is pretty simple, it's just overly intricate, so you gotta be willing to memorize all of it if you're actually going to set your heart to doing this. I think my brain needs more water. And now I can take this detailing just a little bit farther. Let's see, let's use crimson. You're right, too skinny. It needs more thickness on its bone. More meat. I mean, that is close to what I was envisioning. I was just imagining this part down a little bit farther, but if I do that, then it's not going to be as detailed on the inside. So I still need to create some type of platform that allows me to walk up and down. It got a lot darker in here now. Oh gosh, it's very dark. If it wasn't for those sea lanterns, I don't think I'd be able to see in here at all. Come to think of it, I was actually going to delete these later. Should I? I mean, I was going to. You know what? I'm curious to see where this is going to go if I actually do this, so... How dark would this get? I'm very curious now. Curiosity killed the cat, you know. That is true. That is true. Curiosity did kill the cat. But nobody ever learned nothing by doing nothing. I can literally see the pixels getting darker and darker by the second. Oh, that's already much darker. It makes me actually very afraid here, because I'm actually concerned how dark it's going to be. The light's fading away. You can actually see the background just lose all of its light here. With each one of these I take away. Little by little, each bright light faded into nothingness, until only one remained. Until finally, it too was snuffed out of existence. That is pretty dark in here. So we just got a little bit of light coming out of the ceiling and a little bit coming out of the floor. Other than that, this is basically pitch black. If it wasn't for the white and blues, I don't think I'd be able to see anything at all. Oh, right, also because there's still holes in the roof. Let's fix that real quick. Video is going to be close to an hour now, so I do apologize. I normally end my videos around 45, but I want to see how dark it becomes in there. I really do. I'll have to come back in here later, delete the wood that I got there, replace the cobblestone, and start thinking about what I'm going to do for a stair design. Oh, right, light's still going to shine through the slabs, won't it? I suppose that's fine. I just want to see how dark it'll become. Probably not by much. Probably. Yeah, it's not getting that much darker down there. That's kind of what I figured. It could be the lighting through here, it could be the actual ceiling itself. I'm not 100% positive here. And just a tad darker, not too much. Ow, my neck is sore. Good lord. Well, in progress or not, I'm enjoying how far all this is coming along. Yeah, I'm so glad I put those blocks down, because now I can actually picture where I'm actually going in and out of. That helped. Let's take a look at this from the outside view, shall we? Just before we end things here. It actually kind of feels like I'm looking at a former castle. Am I the only one getting that vibe here? Granted, it's a very ugly castle, but it's still kind of giving off that vibe. I do like how the tower looks from a distance, though. That does look pretty nice. Gives off that cone shape I was going for perfectly. How does that look from a higher view? I want to see that real quick. My whole face is sore. I didn't fully get the perfect blend. In fact, that extra block up top is making it a little bit askew. Add these here, increase the height just a little bit. Take that away, decrease that height, replace that with this. And then actually, let's shave that down to 2. Now, how does it look? A little bit better. The base beneath it is kind of ugly. Not as nice as I thought it was going to look from a distance. But other than that, I can get behind that design work. That works for me. It's not the prettiest build in the world, but it is definitely unique. So I guess in my spare time, I'll create a staircase here going upward and outward, and I'll try to make it so each one of these leads to a different room, each representing the 4 different areas of Beyblade. So Beyblade, Beyblade Burst, Beyblade Metal Fight, Fusion, Masters, Shogun Steel, and Burst itself is a whole gigantic category. Metal is just about 4 or 5. And then we'll have the last one here going to Beyblade X. But this is good. This is a nice start here. So following that plan, each of those buildings is going to contain different types of launchers and items sold throughout the areas. So X is going to have 3D printed parts, launchers, a few stadiums here and there. Burst is going to have a bay logger, a whole bunch of different launchers. Probably no 3D printed parts, because I don't really know of any other than a couple of 3D printed bays, and I don't really count those here as official releases. Plus varying attachments. The Metal series will have a whole bunch of attachments and launchers and stadiums. As to what, I don't fully know of yet, and as to the original series, I have no idea at all, because I still have absolutely none of those whatsoever. It'd be nice if I knew a friend that actually had some that I could borrow some from, so I could actually just build some and then return them to him. Him, her, doesn't matter. Sadly, I don't have any friends from that time period. And everybody else I see is selling theirs, trying to make some money. Either way, this is turning out very nice for me. I don't have it fully blended together yet. There's still too much red and blue. And here, I gotta try to blend the color scheme a bit more. So hopefully next time it looks just a little bit better. But in the meantime, that's all I'm gonna have here for today. I have a lot of work ahead of me. And I mean a lot. But anyways, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you liked the video, then give it a like. If you want to see more, then please subscribe. And like always, This is Menace Snodecker signing off, and I will see you, next time, so bye-bye. Have a great day, everybody, and don't forget to smile, because remember, a smile a day goes a long way. And I hope to see you all back here again soon. Hey, one more thing before you go. Could you please check out the links in the description below? Give them a follow, and join the Discord server as well. Recommend some more games for me to play, and some more Beyblades for me to build. Thank you. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.